Hey, welcome back to Pappy Tinkers, and here I am with an update on my 29 Ford pickup for my buddy build with Tiffany. And I apologize for it being so long since I've had another new video out there, but a lot of stuff going on around the house, but I have gotten quite a bit done. I'm way behind on doing the shop card shout outs, and I'm just way behind on everything else. But let's show you what I got going on here with this. Well, first we chopped the top about I guess about a scale inch for this. And I decided on a direction of kind of new and old at the same time. You'll notice the engine in here looks pretty different. That's a Tesla engine, Tesla electric engine. So I'm kind of combining new and old for the same thing. A lot of modifications have been going on with that, and you can see that I've had to cut into the floorboard quite a bit, and the firewall, it's gotten a whole lot cut out of it. We're going to put some modern comfy sports car seats in them. I believe these are from MCV. Now, for it to be an electric vehicle like this, it's going to need a battery, and there wasn't a whole lot of room to put the battery and the hardware that this comes with. I got this engine from Iceman, and it's I wanted an unusual power plant for this, just like Tiffany's doing with her Warbird straight 8 engine. And I thought this was very unusual. I haven't seen a model with an electric engine in it, but it also needs the battery and the hardware that goes along with it, which Iceman does provide. So I built a little box in the back to hold the battery, and as you can see, I've built this out of sheet metal. I've made it so it hinges both ways. And soldered the sheet metal together, and I think this is going to look pretty cool in there, to be able to display the battery and the hardware, the control boxes and stuff like that in the bed. I think that'll look good. The frame had to be modified a whole lot to try to get the stance that I want. I know I probably should have gone with more modern tuning, more modern suspension, but I wanted to see if I could do it out of the kit parts. So we had to cut most of the cross members from the frame, move the front axle forward a bunch, and kind of rebuild it up through here with sheet styrene, a couple more brackets holding it, and you can see a lot of modifications done with these under here, and also a lot of modifications to the spring in here, where I've lifted it up, raised it within the stock channels, cutting that out to get it sitting up higher, and reducing the amount of springs inside of here. Let's see if you can see these springs. I cut a bunch off the top to lower the height a little bit. I was going with what was it? Where is it? These spoked wheels from MCV. I thought that would look pretty good on it. And whoops, if I quit dropping stuff. I think this will give me the look that I want in it. I think I've decided on a paint scheme for it. I still haven't decided. I know one picture showed this kind of midget racer front end on it, and that, I don't know, we'll have to play around with that a little bit. I went ahead and cut this all out just so that if I do go with it, you can see that there's something a little bit unusual in it. But lots of grinding, lots of modifications for it. Oh, here's another big thing. The rear wheels that I picked up for this were substantially wider than the stock fenders. So, as you can see, I cut the stock fenders and added about a 1/4 inch of sheet styrene in here to extend them out further. These were flush, so you can see just how much of a difference that I made in these. And that way everything will slip up in here nice and tight and give it that look that I want. I might add some flares to this to kind of have it sweep into the wheel well instead of just the abrupt beginning. Keep with this rounded look that it has up in the front. I think it kind of needs that. That shouldn't be too hard to add though. As for the motorcycle on this buddy build in this kit, all we've got is drawings so far, and I don't like any of those. I think these wheel wells will turn out very nice. It almost gives it a tubbed look without having to go into the bed. And I didn't want to go into the bed because of the battery box and the controllers and modules that also come with the Iceman kit in here. So I wanted to leave room for that instead of pulling these in. It's a kind of small, narrow vehicle anyway, so I didn't think it would matter all that terribly much. It didn't need that tubbed look. Oh, and this reminds me, there's been some hubbub going on about the box stock builds, and are you an assembler or are you a model builder, or what all that stuff. I don't know who started what, but I am entering the box stock group build, and this is the kit I'm going to do it with. Why? Because this one I want just to look like this. I just want the Joker mobile to sit next to my Batmobile. I don't need anything. I don't need that engine detailed on this. I don't need any fancy stuff. I just want the purple and the green and the little Joker figure to go with the Batman and Robin that I got. So it doesn't matter to me if you're building something just straight out of the box like this, or doing all kinds of modifications to frames and cutting and grinding and changing wheel wells and the wheelbases. Doesn't matter. As long as you're making a model, have at it. Do it your own way. You're the one that wants to look at it. You're the one that has your own vision for it. Build it the way you want it. Make yourself happy. That's all that matters. Alright, we'll see you next time, and try not to be so far behind. Ooh, look at that. I also got a Batgirl figure that I found on eBay to go along with the Joker. Trying to get her painted up too. But we do have some shop card shout outs coming up soon, and some other channel goodies coming up. So stay tuned, and I'll try to make it not so long for the next update. And we'll see you next time on Pappy Tankers. Bye.